Good morning. All right. Can't stay on too long. I got up early this morning. Went to bed late because of the Kiwis. I think I went to bed at 2:30 last night. I got up at 8:30 this morning. Um, I have to go pick up my brother from his apartment, take him back to the hospital to pick up his pickup because we left it there yesterday. I had to go pick him up from the hospital yesterday because he had his gallbladder taken out. So I took him back to his apartment because he was loopy and they wouldn't let him drive. So I went and picked him up. We had it already set up before anyway. And so I got to take him back over to get his pickup. Yeah, he had his gallbladder taken out. He was getting sick here the last few weeks, and he couldn't figure out why. And they finally did a scan, and they decided to take out his gallbladder. He is, let's see, I'm 69 this year, so he'll be 68 in another year and 3 months. I think he's in September, July, August, September. Yeah, about 15 months after me. So he'll be 68, so 67 this year. And yeah, gallbladder taken out. So he's been pretty fortunate up to this point. He hadn't had have too many surgeries, but he's starting to figure out what it's like getting old. Yeah, just like I had to a few years ago. So we got that to do, and then my daughter called me yesterday, my youngest, and said, "What do you do with your pickup? We need your pickup a trailer tomorrow. I gotta go pick up a lawnmower." Oh God. Well, we don't need a trailer. How big's this lawnmower? Oh, it's one of those Cub Cadet lookalikes, Simplicities or whatever, 32-inch deck. So we can get it in the back of my truck. So I just take a set of ramps and we'll get it. We'll get it in my truck. I don't have to pull a trailer. So I'm gonna have to go over to Mason City. Well, she's gonna come here first. So there's an hour and a half drive for her, an hour and 20 minutes drive for her to get over here. Then I'm going to take her back over to Mason City, which is 45 minutes away, is where she bought it. And then from Mason City, we'll just continue on to her place, which is another 40 minutes away from there. So we'll take the lawnmower over there, offload it, and then me and her will just come back this way. Another hour and 20 minutes and bring her back here to our place. And I guess she's going to stay here this weekend. I don't know. So she'll have Pfeiffer, the pit bull puppy, with her. And then we'll get that done. I got stuff to do today, so I had to get up early to do this. Couldn't do it last night like I wanted to because my wife went to bed early. So I decided to do it this morning. I have one really heavy package open. And no, this is not from the WWP auction because they still got a package or two coming from there. This is from Gold Nugget Sales.com. Yeah, that's right. I ordered some pay dirt. I and Kiwi are going to have a pan off. So I'm going to send him his choice of pay dirt here. Hey, Steve, looking for silver. Good morning, buddy. How are you? I'm going to send him his choice of pay dirt. I think I got 2 half-gram bags. And then I chose a half-gram bag. It's from the same vendor. And we're going to do a gold pan-off contest. So we're going to hop on StreamYard, him and I. We're going to do a panning contest. We're not going to do any sluices, just all panning. And this is going to be medium level difficulty. So there might be some fines in here. It'll be a good way to. Yeah, at work. Oh, you got a free minute. Okay. We're just going to open this big hefty package because I ordered some pay dirt. Been getting into the gold panning lately. I ordered another quarter-gram bag from another guy yesterday, so we're going to open this puppy. But my thumbnail today, if you go back when this is done and look at my thumbnail, you'll see it was the night before last. I was out storm spotting because there was a tornado real close. And I was watching, and this would have been a mile south of me. I was watching that. That's where I was stationed at, watching this funnel cloud form. And I watched the low clouds were swirling counterclockwise as they were rising. They were rising, they weren't coming down. But the upper clouds were going to the northeast from the southwest, just like I know a tornado goes from. And those upper clouds were starting to go like this as they were going up. And when they met those other ones up there, if they'd have continued to rotate that upper air mass, they would have come right back down in the shape of a funnel. But as luck would have it, it kept on going. It did not do that rotation up high. And so after that passed, and it was well north and east of me, and that was only a mile from my house, I decided to go up the road a mile because I saw another tit forming up to the north about, it was a ways up there, but I'd say it's about 7-8 miles away. So I hightailed it up the road, past my place, continued north for another mile, 2 miles. Needless to say, someone else is in the road watching stuff form. I pulled up alongside of him and started talking to him because it was a sheriff's deputy that I know. So we sat there and talked for a while. I said, well, you sit here on this corner. I'm going to go up to the hawk facility, which is another 3/4 of a mile up there. I want to watch from there because over to his left, to the west, there was another bank coming over there, and I didn't like the way that looked. And he was watching that tit to the north and east of him. That one just kept on going. That didn't form anything either. And as I was watching this one, he pulls up next to me and says, all right, I'm going to let you to it. You see anything, call? I said, yes, sir, sure will. And he got back on the road because he had other places to go. But tell you how close or how much of a warning we had. My phone went off, of course, with a warning. And then the town 11 miles to the east of me, their sirens went off. That was the one I was watching. Anyway, yesterday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, my phone goes off again with a weather alert, another tornado warning with the same. And then I kept watching, and it looked like it was to the west of me. I could see that cloud bank over there when I took my brother back over home west over there. And the bank would have been further than the town that he lives in. But I watched that. And then when I got home and I got that weather alert, I looked back and that stuff was moving north and east, but it was starting to slide west. And it got over here. We were on the edge of it last night. Anyway, it rained again last night when the front went through. My lights were flickering here. Didn't go off, but I turned off the lights. I was watching outside. Just turn off the lights in the house. And I was watching outside, and it was dark. But the tornadoes will form generally on the leading edge, the rear edge, or the sides of those fronts as they go through, because those are where the most unpredictable wind patterns are, where the warm air meets the cool air, and the warm air is rising and the cool air is saying, you know how tornadoes are formed. Anyway, that's what we were looking at the last 2 nights. And it's overcast again today. And it's going to be muggy out again today. So we're going to have hot, steamy air on the ground. And if we get another stream of cool air up above again, it's hard to say what we're going to get. But I keep the phone on because I'll get my weather alerts. But you guys look at this cloud in my thumbnail and you can see a nice shape. And it was twisting and forming as it was rising. And as it was rising, it kept going to the northeast. And yeah, that was a scary one because that would have been right east of my place, probably 2 or 3 miles. The way I was looking at it, it looked closer than it was, but it's about I would say 2 or 3 miles to the east of me yet, going northeast. So it wasn't good. Ain't been good. Don't like this time of year. I hate this time of year, as a matter of fact. It's too wet. It's too humid. I don't like it. It's going to be another 2 weeks before I get the lawn mowed again. All right. And I got to start putting wood in the shed. It's going to be soaked. So I'm going to have to leave it lay outside and dry a little bit again and then put some inside. All right. We're going to open this. I'm going to turn this down to the table down here so you can see, and then we'll come back up. Oh, good thing I put pants on this morning. All right, we're going to leave that right there. Like I say, this is goldnuggetsales.com, and I have had 2 bags from them already, beginner bags. Half-gram pay dirt bag, and I got what did I get? I think out of 2 bags, they got 1.52 grams, I believe. So I'm good. I decided to take a chance on a bigger bag in here because I got 2 half-gram bags for me and Kiwi to do our little contest, and I got another bag for myself. There we go. We have a double. Yeah, I want to get this done. Gonna call my brother, say, you ready to go over and pick up your goddamn truck? Let's get this done. I got shit to do today. He shouldn't be as loopy as he was after surgery yesterday. Yeah, they had him pretty looped up. They said they had a little problem. I don't know what it was. They didn't get everything quite sewed up when they drug everything out. It might have been perforated when they took it out. They didn't have to cut them open. It's just a arthroscopic surgery, but all right. There it is. Oh, there's a sticker. I got a sticker. There it is. The Gold Vlog. GNFS. Candy for grown-ups. That's what it is. Candy for grown-ups. All right, I got the 2 bags we're going to do for our little contest. Is going to be the Juneau, Alaska bag and the the White Horse Yukon Gold Pay Dirt. Kiwi wanted this one, the Yukon Gold. Now, because I'm buying it and sending it to him, he's going to send me the gold because it's my gold, but he's going to do the panning. So I don't get the pleasure of panning it, but we're going to have a contest to see who does a better job. So I'm going to do the Yukon Gold, and he's going to do the Yukon, or I'm going to do the Juneau, Alaska, and he's going to do the Yukon Gold. And I'm going to tell you what, this bag feels a lot heavier than this bag, because this bag is sucked tight. For some reason, had all the air sucked out of it. This bag does not have all the air sucked out of it. Don't know why, don't care why. That's those two right there. That's what we're going to do with our little panning contest. That's going to be a thing coming up here in the future. Watch for that. I don't know at what time of the day we're going to do it, because he's like, what is he, 13 hours ahead there? Yeah, 13 hours ahead. So I'm going to have to get up real early in the morning, and it would be late in the afternoon, evening for him then. So we might do that. It's either he's going to be early in the morning, and I'm going to be 13 hours back from him. So I would be, let's see, if he's in the morning, I'd be late at night. So one of us is going to be early in the morning, one of us is going to be late at night. All right, that's what we got, them two. Let's get them out of the way. Now, these aren't beginner bags, but they are guaranteed. And then I got a 3-ounce bag for me, or a 3-gram bag. Chunky premium gold pay dirt. And it looks to me like there's a lot of fines in here, not too much heavy stuff. So I'm assuming there's some heavies in there. If you can see that, it's going to have to be classified. So the only thing I got to classify with right now is a kitchen strainer. I got a big one and another one, but I have to buy some classifiers too, so I'm going to buy them. Anyway, it's going to have to be classified. But it looks like, if I'm feeling it right here, these two small bags are not going to need to be classified too much. A kitchen strainer will get this. This is going to take a bigger classifier. I have a 1/4-inch classifier, or 3/8, and it'd probably be good enough. I don't think I got anything in this bag any bigger than that. So I think a kitchen strainer will probably be about right, but see, this bag doesn't have the air sucked out of it either. So they're more or less fresh bags. But I've been getting into panning a little bit lately, going down the river and seeing if I can find a gold around here. All we got is flour gold around here. We don't have any nuggets. You might find bigger pieces like a picker every once in a while, but you're not going to find nuggets or big pickers around here. You may find a little picker, but because if you did your geological study of this area in north central Iowa, you know that the Osage ice sheet was just at the end of Minnesota, Iowa right here. And so what you get mostly from here is melt. And when you get melt, you get flakes. You don't get nuggets. Because nuggets are heavier. Flakes are lighter. Although flakes are heavier than the black sands and the gravels. And you can find flour gold around here. So you need to really classify that down. This stuff right here, coming from Alaska, could have some nuggets in. It's definitely going to have a picker or two in there. We might even find pickers in those half-gram bags. So, and you know what a picker is, don't you? Coin community. Some of you guys in the coin community are also prospectors or panners or metal detectors. A picker is anything you can pick up with your fingers. That's a picker. Anything that's got enough size to it that you can feel it when you press your finger on it. That's a picker. Even in those two bags that the two beginner bags that I did, there was a picker in each one of those bags or a couple. Just big enough that you could pick up. Just big enough that you could pick up. So that'll be, hey Gatita, good morning, how are you? I was just telling everybody what the tornado weather's been like around here the last couple of days. Been out storm chasing. Actually, I'm just watching for storms. I've had up here in this area, I watched a tornado hit my neighbor's farm. It was 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. And the only thing left standing on that farm, and there was a barn, there was a cattle shed, 2 cattle sheds, and a shop and a house. And the family was in the house during the tornado. The only thing that was left standing on that entire farm was the house. Hey, JC. The only thing left standing on that farm was the house. It got rebuilt eventually, but I remember going over there with my stepdad, cutting trees. This is when I was a younger kid. I don't know, probably 12, 13. And shooting cattle and butchering because cattle had broken legs or broken backs or whatever. So we had to euthanize cattle, and because it was a cattle farm, and butcher cattle as much as we could anyway, because a lot of them went flying. Anyway, and then I had my own experience with a tornado in southern Iowa when I lived in Washington, Iowa, and the F5 went through there. That moved my house about a foot off of its foundation on one end of the house, moved it off the foundation. We were in the basement. I had two kids at that time. And when we come up from the basement, the neighbor's house that was right, 15 feet from our garage to the south was completely gone, and those people were under the steps in the basement. And we got them out. Everything behind us to the east, because it went from southwest to northeast. So everything to our east and north was gone on that end of town. The Walmart in town was gone, and they built a new one, and there was some other stuff downtown that was gone because it was in a little valley, and the tornado kind of skipped right over downtown, so it got the southeast corner of town, or south central, and then it skipped over it, and it got the northeast corner of town, which is up there where I lived. So that was fun. And we got the house lifted back on the foundation, and we put hurricane straps on it. Plus, we had to take care of the cracks in the concrete and all that good stuff. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I don't like tornadoes. I understand tornadoes. I don't like tornadoes. Anyway, we were doing that, and then I was showing the gold we got from goldnuggetsales.com. There it is. Candy for grown-ups. That's exactly what it is. So I don't know. I think, yeah, this is a 3-gram bag. There you go. GoldNuggetSales.com. And I was happy with the first 2 bags, so we're going to try these other bags. I got this bag, which is a 3-gram bag. I got this bag and this bag, which are guaranteed half-gram bags. The Juneau Alaska pay dirt, I am going to pan this. The White Horse, which is Yukon Gold pay dirt, which is what Kiwi wanted to pan, and we're going to have a contest. Good morning, Chasing Cheddar. How are you? So we're going to do a pan off. We're going to classify with a kitchen strainer. Those are the rules. No other classifying. No sluicing. Just strictly panning. And then we're going to weigh it, dry it, and weigh it, and see how good we did. Then we'll wait and go back through the tailings and see if there's anything left in the tailings and see how good we did. Hey, Crash, just a minute. Let me turn you blue, buddy. And then you can go to everybody else's channels and you can subscribe. Oh, shit. Never mind. I got to do something here. Where are you at? I got to add you as a moderator. Standard. There you go, buddy. You should be blue now. But yeah, that's what we're going to do with these 2. Yeah, yes, son of a... Fall down, you. There you go. And this is the one I did pan off 2 bags of theirs. I did a beginner bag. I did 2 of these bags. I did pretty good. I was happy with them. So I ordered some more from them. I also ordered some more pay dirt, but from a different vendor that hasn't got here yet. But this package came, so I thought I'd open it. I don't have anything from my other packages from WWP aren't here yet. So there you go, the gold vlog. Candy for grown-ups. That's what this is. Yeah, it's going to look good, I think. This is going to be a panning contest is going to be a good thing. And here's the all of our dirt is unsearched. And if it's guaranteed, they're going to put a guaranteed amount of gold in it. Unsearched means it may contain small amounts of organics, or on the very rare occasion, even man-made matter like broken glass or other wanted materials like lead shot or other stuff. There could be quartz in there. There could be, oh heck, some of those nice red stones, not rubies, but the other ones. There could be sapphires. There could be quartz crystals, nice faceted quartz crystals. There could be lots of stuff in there. So you never know. You never know. But it's going to be some good pay dirt. I wanted to try the Juneau Alaska stuff. Kiwi wanted to try this Yukon stuff. So okay, we're going to try them. I figured it'd be a good contest to do one against the other, and then I would know which one to order again if I ordered any. Because generally a half-gram bag or gram bag is about what you can afford, or what I can afford anyway. This 3-gram bag right here, that one put a crimp in my wallet, believe me. What's 3 grams of gold worth on an open market nowadays? I figure $100 a gram. a little bit more than $100 a gram, $110, $115 a gram. So there's $330 right there, 345. So you can figure up what these cost for half a gram of gold. Hi, it's the empty pan. How are you, buddy? So we're gonna do Kiwi's gonna do the white horse, and I'm gonna do the Juno paid. So he gets Juno, or yeah, he gets Yukon, I get Juno. So we're gonna do that. See which bag we like better. And then, like I say, I got this. I got the 3 gram bag too. And it doesn't look like, it doesn't feel like it's really going to have to be classified that much. It really doesn't feel like it. I think a kitchen strainer is going to be good. We might have to go one smaller or 2 smaller than a kitchen strainer if there's some flour gold in here, but they ain't going to have to go bigger, that's for sure. I mean, you can look through the window and you can see that, and you can feel it too. There ain't much for big stuff in there. But you got to be careful because this stuff coming from Alaska could have a nugget in there. Yeah, I like the native artwork on a Juno bag too. That's what caught my eye, to tell you the truth. That really did catch my eye. I've been to Alaska, 4 times now, my military career. You don't get to see much when you're in the military, although we did have one afternoon off when we were at, what's the air base that's right outside Anchorage? Is that Eielson or is that Richardson? Eielson Air Force Base, I think. Yeah, it does look like an orca. You are exactly right. So I did get to go into town one time for the afternoon. We had some time off while we were waiting for another mission. But, Leva Bravo, one of the jobs I never really wanted in the Army. I never really wanted that job. I was a radio repairman for a brigade and a ComSec custodian for Brigade Headquarters Company with the 1st Infantry Division. And I spent a year in the reserves as a communications sections chief. And I got smart and re-enlisted and went to Special Forces after that. So I spent the next 14 years jumping out of airplanes and doing that stuff. But as you would expect, I went in as a communications sergeant. Got retreaded and went back in as a engineer sergeant because I like to blow shit up too. Who doesn't? The building parts of stuff I don't like. I'm good at it, but I don't necessarily like it. I like to blow shit up better. And I eventually, after my original team was ODA 124, as the junior engineer sergeant and as a junior communications sergeant, went to 121 as a ODA 121 when they did a team shakeup, and was communications sergeant and kind of a co-team sergeant there. But then at the shakeup, I went to ODA 122 as a team sergeant. I think we started off as the intel sergeant, and Uh, did a co-team sergeant thing. I was learning the ropes as I was the intel analyst, and then became a team sergeant. And that's up until 1995 when they deactivated the 12th Special Forces Group and shifted all those assets to the National Guard, took them out of the Army Reserve, and because of my job and what I was doing, I had to stay in the Army Reserve for another 14 months to retire. And rather than move around and upset my family, I decided to stay at that reserve center with the 85th Trading Division. And I was doing nothing but sitting behind a desk planning training missions. That sucked terrible. So after 14 months, I decided to retire. That was it. You know, if they'd left me in Special Forces, I'd have stayed for another 10 years, but nope, didn't happen. So there you go. Anyway, with the 12th, I got alerted for Desert Storm. Never got mobbed, but we got alerted for it. Our medics all went and deployed to help the Kurds after that. So that made us undeployable as teams anyway, because our medics were gone. So all of the medics in our company, they went over and helped the Kurds for however long, and then they came back. So they got their stuff. Hey, Regan, awesome. How are you? For the rest of us, that war was over too quick. So we didn't even make it to the MOB station. No biggie. I spent from 1975, the tail end of Vietnam, through Panama, Grenada, Haiti, Beirut barracks bombing, what else? Iran hostage rescue mission. That's where I became a big fan of Ross Perot. And yeah, after 20 years and some change through all those conflicts, I never saw a shot fired at anger. Never got deployed. Although I was in England, I was in Germany, I was in Alaska, all over the United States, Canada, on exercises or going to schools. Never once. So, hey, well, whatever. I'm one of those guys. Ooh, you still sick, man? Stay away from me. I don't need to be sick. I don't need to be sick. I haven't had a spring cold or a summer cold for the last 5, 6 years, and I really don't want one. The last time I think I had a cold of any type or kind was during COVID, I think, 2020. I had COVID twice. Not a big deal. No taste, no smell. Didn't eat, and I slept all the time. That was the first time. And that lasted 2 weeks. And then second time I got it, it was just like a bad head cold. That was all it was. That lasted for a couple weeks, and I was good. And no, I did not get the clot shot. I drank a lot of tonic water with quinine in it. I took a lot of vitamin C. I took a lot of zinc and magnesium. That was it. That's all I did. Yeah, that's it, man. 2020. That's it. Well, what are you sick? Are you got flu? Are you puking your guts out or what? if you don't have a cold, might I ask. Hey, Tarragonsu's here. What's up, buddy? I am going to order some pay dirt from AAA one of these days. I gotta wait till next month, but um, Alaskan Assassin Adventures. I'm gonna order some pay dirt from him. I think. And I think I got one other guy out of Alaska. I just ordered some from a guy in Ohio. A quarter gram bag from him. So I'm going to try different pay dirt vendors, and we're just going to do kind of like B&B prospecting does. We're going to give you a commentary on what I think of the pay dirt bags. I don't know if I'm going to do the ROI. I can give you a general ROI. I don't know. I might do an ROI on these bags. We'll see. Yeah, Kiwi's going to pan out the one bag for me, the white horse. I'm going to do the Juno. We're going to do it at the same time on StreamYard, and we're going to broadcast it. We'll let people know when we're going to do it. But I gotta send him this first, so it's got to go to his proxy, Silver Keys, and then it's got to get sent to him. When he tells me he's got it, then we can set it up and start letting people know we're going to do it. But yeah, that'll be fun. And then sometime in the future, I'm going to do this bag, and it's a 3 gram bag, so I got enough to keep me busy there for a couple, 2-3 videos. And I got another bag coming from that guy in Ohio. Maybe I can tell you who that is. Hold up a second. Who is that? Fever Dreams Gold. Fever Dreams Gold in Ohio. So that's Ohio River Valley. We got stuff from guys in Missouri and California. That I want to order. So, oh, I know they are. I've been watching B&B Pay Dirt. Freaking awesome. When is it? When is today? 26. Tomorrow when he does his birthday bash. Going to be a good time. A lot of prizes. A lot of giveaways. I'm giving away the ping tester. And whoever wins that's going to have to get a hold of me. It's like a lot of the prizes. You're going to have to get a hold of the individual guys. But that's what I'm giving away. And also, I wanted to mention Operation Four Paws. Who is that? Ozark Buck is doing a fundraiser for that charity. And they are in Colorado. They board dogs and pets for free for service members who are being deployed. Really good cause. Never thought of that myself. Otherwise, that would have been a great opportunity for me too. But I can still do that in Iowa also. I would have to set up a kennel again, but I don't know if I want to build another building. I don't know. And then I'd have to put up a big exercise yard too, fenced-in exercise yard. So that would be the two main expenses: the food and the water and stuff. Doing chores, that don't bother me at all. But yeah. See how I lost my dog a couple years ago, or a year ago now. It was a year ago in January, so about a year and a half now. Mailman ran over my dog. I haven't had a dog. I've got a cat that acts like a dog, but Both of my youngest daughters, my youngest and my middle daughter, they got dogs. So every time they come, I get to play with the dogs. So maybe I don't need one. I'd like to have one again, but I need a real low key dog anymore because I can't walk as crippled up as I am. Can't walk as much as I would like to. And it's only like 4 or 5 hours a day I can stand on my feet. That's it. Gotta sit down, take a break. So anyway, yeah, that's what we got, man. I'm going to have to go get my brother. Matter of fact, I got to call him as soon as I get done with this live. I'm going to call him. I may have to go over to his place, pick him up, take him back town to the hospital, get his pickup, and come back home. I would like to have well, I like the size of my daughter's my youngest daughter's dog. It's a pit bull. It's a half. It's a half pit bull, half American Staffordshire Terrier. Pit bulls are a little bit shorter legged dogs. Staffordshire Terrier a little bit bigger. Breed those two together, and that's what. And they're all pit bulls. That doesn't make any difference. Staffordshire Terrier would be about not well. The British Staffordshire Terrier with shorter legs. The American Staffordshire Terrier's got longer legs because it's been interbred with something else. Uh, the Pit Bull is about the right size of dog. That's a shorter legged dog also. But when you breed them with the American Staffordshire Terrier, then they get taller. Like my daughter's female, she is a 65 pounder. She's about the right size of dog. I can keep her on my lap. And she doesn't really, and she's getting older now. She has a knee problem. And so she doesn't really run as much, or they do play tug of war pretty good, but she's getting older, so she slowed down. I want a couch potato, basically. Whatever. Be a Staffordshire Terrier. Couch potato, something that doesn't require a lot of physical activity. When I babysat my neighbor's dog, John, down here, John was in the 82nd. He got out, went in the National Guard. He's still in the National Guard. I think he's going to get medically retired here shortly. And he's got 18 and a half years in. I don't know if they're going to let him stay for a full retirement. I think they're going to medical him. But I babysit his dog because when he goes to drill, he's got to go way up into Minnesota up to Camp Snelling. And if his daughter's not around, take care of the dog because she's a senior in high school. And she's got band trips and all that other stuff going on. Then I watch the dog. And that dog is a golden doodle. And that dog is high drive. A lot of, just run, that dog. I let it out one day just to see if it would stay around the place, not on the cable. The dog took off and ran all the way down to the woods from my place. I live right by a gravel road. And the woods is 400 to 500 yards away. She ran down the field as fast as she could, all the way to the woods and all the way back. That's when she came back to the house. Just had to run off some energy. The dog is high energy. When I have her here in the house, it takes her about a half hour to calm the fuck down. But she eventually does. And then she's good in the house. She lets you know when she's got to go out and go to the bathroom. So I got a cable that stretches from my tree up here to my front door. And it's about, 30 foot long or better, 40 foot long. So I can hook her to the cable and she can go out and explore the whole front lawn, just about the whole front lawn on that cable. And I don't have to go looking for her. I got a friend out in where do they live now? Are they down in Florida? They're still out in Illinois. I think they're down in Florida because they got horses now. It was a skydiving friend of mine and his wife, um, Terry Rago, and he has Great Danes. He loves Great Danes for some reason. And I love terriers for some reason. Big terriers, small terriers, doesn't matter. I like terriers. Um, so a half Dane and a half Saint Bernard would be a big, tall, heavy, hairy frickin' dog, man. Yeah, I can see where he would think running you around the goddamn, dragging you around the yard would be fun. Because if, well, I had a neighbor when I was a kid from my stepdad's place. They lived quarter mile to the west and they lived a mile to the north on the gravel road. And he actually raised Great Danes. He bred and raised them. And always great fun when you went over to their place uh, to play basketball or whatever, because we rode the school bus with the kids that lived there, with the pregnancies that live there. And always great fun when you went over to their place to play basketball or something. And goddamn dogs are just huge. And I don't want a hairy dog. That's why I like terriers. I don't want a hairy dog. I want a dog whose coat I doesn't have to take care of, that doesn't shed. Even the pit bull, as short a hair as she is, she still sheds. You should see my bed, because when my daughter leaves her here and I got a babysitter, she sleeps with me in bed. You should see my blankets. Oh God, my sheets are just full of hair. But my little terrier, um, and he was a Jack Russell, bred with a rat terrier, bred with a, oh God, Parsons. He was a mutt, but he was a good sized terrier. Good sized terrier. He probably stood 15 inches, 16 inches at the shoulder, top of the head. Yeah. And he was all of 27, 28 pounds. Wasn't a very big dog, but a tenacious little bastard. He hated squirrels in the yard, and he hated groundhogs. He was a good hunting dog. He was a good little hunter. He would tree squirrels like you wouldn't believe. And he kept this place free of groundhogs. Now I got a goddamn groundhog underneath my wood pile. Son of a bitches. Anyway, I don't know if I want a dog. Maybe it's just too much work for me now again. I don't know. But I'm going to have to end this at an hour, I think. I am going to call my brother. Yeah, I know, buddy. Yours would shed a lot because it would have a lot of hair. As a Saint Bernard, yeah, a lot. Danes don't have that much hair. A short-haired dog, not bad. But goddamn Saint Bernard, holy crap, man. Yeah, when I lived down we lived in Bolingbrook, Illinois, out southwest of Chicago. It'd be out by SGT Stacking, actually. We lived in Bolingbrook. He lived in Aurora, and that's just right next to each other. He lives in Aurora. I moved back to Iowa, thank God. You can have Illinois. Anyway, there was a neighbor uh, down the block from our cul-de-sac and over where I used to go running out on the power lines, because they lived right on the edge of it. And he raised Great Danes. You can see him walking the Great Danes every once in a while. So I know a lot of people like Danes, man. I think they're just too big for me. If I was going to get something tall and spindly legged like that, I think I would get a Rottweiler or maybe not. Rottweiler is a little bit too big. I might get the other one. That looks like a Rottweiler, smaller. Uh, what's that one called? Damn, can't think of it now. You lived in Romeoville and Plainfield. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, we lived in Naperville for a while when we moved up there. Then we bought the house in Warrenville or Bolingbrook. Sorry, not Warrenville, Bolingbrook. And then we skydived. I and my wife skydived out at Hinckley. We started at Sandwich, Illinois, at Skydive Sandwich, and then when that closed down, then we went to Hinckley. So yeah, and I worked in Greenwood. Let me see, let's see. Yeah, it was on Greenwood Avenue and right the west side of Chicago there. Warrenville. Might have been Warrenville for a couple years, and then I switched jobs and went up to Glenview Naval Air Station for the next, what? When was I up there? Probably 9 or 10 years up there until they closed down. Till they closed, they gave in '95. They gave that reserve unit. It was a transportation reserve unit there, and they had helicopters, Huey helicopters. That was a transportation company, and we took care of the helicopters. I was an avionics mechanic, and I did night vision goggles too for the pilots, Ambus goggles, and yeah, until they closed that down. And then I had to find another reserve unit, and blah blah blah. And that's when I finally retired. I retired in '95. Fuck it. And I had already moved down to southern Iowa from up there, moved my family. I had to close down my business that I had up there, everything, and start all over again. And I was looking for a reserve unit, but as an E8, trying to find a first sergeant slot or an operations sergeant slot, and most of those are E7 slots, trying to find an E8 slot anywhere within driving distance was just a pain in the ass. I interviewed for 1, 2, 3, 4 slots that were given to different people, already promised the different E8s. And you get an E8 coming in from out of state looking for a slot, you're not going to get one. So I continued to RST my drills with different reserve units around here in the state. And after 14 months, I got out of the 85th Division. I retired the 31st of October, 1995. I will remember that date for the rest of my life. Oh, a Shiba. They would shed too. And what's another one of those little hairy bastards? A Maltese and a Chow. Man, really? Old Chicago is great, man. Yeah, Bolingbrook. We went back there, what, 2 years ago? We had to do a memorial skydive with for a couple of our friends who passed, and so we went back out there. You would not believe how far Romeoville, Bolingbrook, Aurora have all grown together, and the burbs are all the way out past. Because I remember we used to go through farmland country, cornfields and stuff, uh, going out to Hinckley, and now it's grown up all the way to fuck out there. It's amazing. how the burbs have just grown out there. And now everybody that used to be at Hinckley and Skydive, because that got sold. Um, Jim Barron sold that after the accident. I almost bought it with another guy, but somebody else did. And they built a great big hangar there. And they continued to skydive there for a few more years. And then that got sold, um, and to the glider people. And everybody there moved out to, oh, damn. Now I got to look at my logbook because we went out there. I did the practice skydives with the guys that were going to be on the memorial dive. I was not on the memorial dive, but I laid the base for the practice dives that they did, and then I and my wife watched the dive from the ground while we were out there. God damn it! Yeah, it was all cornfields, and now it's condos. You are exactly right. And it seems like I-80 seemed to stop the growth to the south. So Bolingbrook and Joliet are pretty much still separate. But I remember just going down the road, and the prison was right there, over on the right hand side when you went down to that direction. And it seems like I-80 seems to be the dividing line between those two cities. Yeah. Otherwise, they'd have grown together also. But everything just seems to keep moving out west and north. It just keeps going around like that. Uh, Plainfield? Is that? I gotta go get my logbook. Hold on a second. I will continue to talk while I'm going in here and getting my goddamn logbook. But you guys just talk amongst yourself. Talk amongst yourself. I gotta get my logbook. And you know what? People don't even keep skydiving logbooks anymore. Everything is on their fucking smartwatch. They have they have all their jumps, their numbers, their dates, all that stuff is automatically recorded for them on their smartphones or whatever. Yes, I used to keep a paper logbook. I have several of these that I've got filled up. Baldwin, Wisconsin. No, that was the wrong one. That's Baldwin, Wisconsin. That was the jumps I made last year. Uh, Rochelle, Illinois. CSC, Chicago Skydivers. How many did I make out there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I made 4 jumps when we were out there. Baldwin. That's all Baldwin. That's where I jump now. It's up Baldwin, Wisconsin. About 20 minutes east of the cities, Twin Cities, Rochelle. How many did I make out there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like made 4 skydives out there. Yeah, a lot of the guys I used to jump with at Hinckley all went out there Some of them went over to Skydive Chicago. My buddy Timmy Keppen went over to Skydive Chicago, and he's still a tandem instructor out there. Oh yeah, you ain't kidding, man. 2013. Let me see. What was the last time we were there? This is 2020. Was after COVID, so it would have had to been like 2022. And that's in my other book. Oh, that's here. When was that? 2023. Right now, let me check here. Rochelle. 22. Yep, 2022. It was June of 2022. So 3 years ago. Yep. Hey, Chappie, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I remember. There's a couple of people out here that have old cop cars, and you can tell they're old cop cars. They still got the fucking spotlight on the door. Ah, them guys are goofy. I mean, they're good cars. Don't get me wrong. They were well taken care of, but they were beat also. Yeah, as a matter of fact, see, I still get an old card from USPA. Matter of fact, am I still good? 20, yeah, I'm good till 26. I got to go up to Baldwin and make a jump here. It's just been too wet. And when I go to make a jump, you should see it. I got braces on both knees. I got braces on my ankles. Ah, Jesus, I got a back brace on. Usually, I don't skydive with any other people anymore. I go up to 13, 14,000 feet, hop out, and have fun doing shit in the air. It's mostly what I do. If I jump with somebody else, we'll do a two-way. Um, but I don't necessarily like to jump with other people because there are expectations. And if you don't meet the expectations and you don't get to jump with them again and blah, 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 fuck that. So I just go out and fall through the air. I like to fall. I like to fly. I like to roll and tumble and flip and um, just fall on my back or freak fly. Um, I like to do stand ups. It's, I just like doing that. All right. I think I am going to go through this stuff one more time, and then I am going to call my brother and go get him from the hospital. I ordered a 3 gram bag of pay dirt from Gold Nugget Sales. Some decent looking stuff in there. Doesn't look like it's got to be classified down too much, but that's a 3 gram bag there. That's pretty good heavy one. And then we have a half-gram. This is the White Horse bag. It's Yukon Gold. And I got the other half-gram bag here. Oh, get over there. It's Juneau, Alaska. That's the name of it. And I and Kiwi have decided we are going to do a pan off. You call it a pan off. I am going to send, God damn it, sit up there, you son of a bitch. There you go. He's going to do the White Horse right here. He's going to do the White Horse. He's going to pan that. I'm going to pan Juneau. And we're going to do it on StreamYard. And we can classify with a kitchen strainer. That's one of the rules. And we can only use a pan. We cannot use a sluice, a cleanup sluice. And I don't even have one anyway. I'm going to order one, but I don't have one right now. And we're going to see who does the best job of panning. I haven't seen anybody else do this. And I thought it was a good idea. Entertaining. It'll be entertaining anyway. So we're going to do that and see if people enjoy that. The higher, the better. Freaking awesome. The higher, the better. At 15,000 feet, that's when you start, you need onboard oxygen. So now with turbine aircraft, you can get to 14,000 feet in very little time and take 14, 15 people at a time. Yeah. What do we get for an airplane? I think up at Baldwin we get a Caravan. Yep, super Caravan. So we can take what? I don't know. 14 people at a time. Plus you got a pilot and a co-pilot. So you got 16 or 18 people on board that aircraft. So, yeah, 14,000 feet's the norm nowadays. Nobody jumps a Cessna 182 with fucking 3 people in and a pilot. Nobody does that anymore. We don't know yet, Empty Pan. I got to send that pay dirt to New Zealand first. So it's got to go to his proxy, and then proxy's got to send it to him. And then once that happens, then we'll have it. We'll set it up. Yeah. Buddy, I've gone at 420. I've gone at drunk 30 too. Not the smartest thing to do, but it can be done. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. That's, I wanted to open this up, show this, announce that. Who was it? I think it was, I was talking to, who did I order from? Fever Dreams in Ohio. Ordered a 1/4 gram bag from him. I think that is, I told him about it and he thought it was a good idea. So, because he hadn't heard anybody else doing that. And I thought it was a good idea too. It started off with me saying that I was going to order some more from Gold Nugget Sales, and Kiwi said, "Oh, I always want to try him, but blah blah blah," because of restrictions and shit that he has to put up with. He never did, and so I said, "Well, okay, well, I'll order the 1/2 gram bag, and then I'll send it to your proxy, and she can send it to you, and then a 1/2 gram bag, it doesn't weigh that much, so." And then that way you don't have to pay your import duties and all that shit on it. And then while I was at it, I ordered a 3 gram bag for me too. So this is content for me. It's gonna be a pretty good bag. Look at that stuff right there. So hopefully maybe we get a nugget in there, at least a couple of pickers. I'm hoping. But it'd be nice to have a nugget. You know, you can actually order nuggets. I didn't know it, but you can order individual nuggets if you want. Just if you want a nugget, okay. Or you can order pay dirt that has a guaranteed nugget, like a 1/4 gram nugget in or something like that. You can order it like that, but you're going to pay for it too. You know, gold ain't cheap. There's 3 grams of gold in here. Gold ain't cheap, man. You get the fun of panning it out, yes, but it's kind of like buying gold. But you have a lot of fun panning it out. Oh, hey, Scotty. Really hard to pan, huh? From a trouble one? I got him down, I think, on my list. Yep, I got him down. Trouble one. Golden Nugget Sales, Vendetta. I watched B&B do a Vendetta bag. I almost want to try that. I see he's got G-Man's, G-Dirt, Glacier Creek, Brad's Bucket, Pay Dirt, Infinity Prospecting. Now that one kind of B&B Prospecting, and I don't know how many Gold Dirt bags he's. I have a 0.15 gram bag out in my shop that I got to do from B&B, and Alaskan Assassin. I am going to get a bag of his Ozark Bread, Ozark Buck, Fever Dreams. I have ordered. Meandering Marks Gold. Huh. Yeah, I got several of them I want to try. I don't really want to bags with real fine flour gold in it yet, because that's all we have around here is real fine flour gold. If you're lucky, you may find a small picker here, but this is like Wisconsin, Minnesota. There's not much big gold here at all. We're at the end of the melt, so we're going to have flour gold here. That's it. I found a little, but I mean so fine that you're doubting yourself when you see it in a pan. You're just doubting yourself. Is that really gold? Is that really, And you're looking at it, and you need a magnifier to really see if it's gold or not. But yeah, Fever Dreams is trouble one. Okay, let me write this down here. I told you I'm new to this shit, man. And I have to figure out who's who, pretty much. And who's good and who's not, and all of that. When you get into panning, you figure out. God damn it! What is that right there? The fucking hair. You figure out who's who and what's what, who's good, who's not, blah blah blah. What the personalities are and where people are at and all of that good stuff. Same thing in the coin community. And I think the coin community and the panning community are metal prospecting, just gold in general. I think it's all together. I don't know. Fever Dreams is trouble. Okay, I got it now. Yeah, it's like when they say Ozark Buck, Ozark Brad, because Brad's his name, blah, blah, blah. You just gotta be in the community long enough to figure out who's who, what's what. That's all. It's not a big deal. It's just got to be, it's got to be done. Oh, tomorrow, guys, B&B Prospecting is going to have his birthday bash. It's going to be a fun time. I told you before, there's going to be lots and lots of prizes. You can only win one prize, only one, because there's lots of pay dirt being given away, even silver being given away. I'm giving away a ping tester. So it's going to be a fun time. Going to be a fun time. Anyway, I have to go get my brother. We are an hour and 20. It's been 20 minutes since I said, I'm going to end this, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I get to talking and reading chat, and I just keep on going and going and going. Oh, now, see? Jeff Rubin is here. Hi, Jeff. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, Curtis. It's gonna be a fun time. We'll see you, Scotty. I know a lot of you guys are at work, man. So a lot of you guys are at work. So I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna say, have a great day, everybody. I will be running around with my brother and my daughter for the rest of the day. So I'm not going to get anything done myself around here, but it's so wet outside from all this rain lately that there's nothing I can do outside. I'd have to go down to the shop and actually pan gold or something. Or I am making another hand pump dredge. I made one out of the 2-inch PVC. You know what? It's just too big for my hand. It's like going to buy a handgun or trying to find handguns, one that actually fits your hand. That's why I advocate, if you're going to buy a handgun, go to a dealer. Try them in your hand. If they will let you shoot them to make sure that they fit you. I have come to the conclusion I know which guns fit me, what size of handgun fits me, which ones I shoot the best. And the same thing with anything else you use with your hands. My hands are not that big. My hands are actually a pretty small hand. And the 2-inch pipe was just too big for me to hold. It's just like that. So I'm going to make a dredge out of 1.5-inch. And I think that will work better for me. Yes, I won't be able to suck up as much at a time, but it'll be less taxing on my hand. So I'm going to make one out of 1.5-inch pipe. And I got extra 1.5-inch pipe, so why not? All right, guys. Have a good day, everybody. We will see you. I get another package, or I decided to do a panning video. We'll see ya. Bye. As I used to say when I was base jumping, and you know what base jumping is, don't you? Building, antenna, span, and earth. You have to jump off of all 4 of those to get a base number. I have jumped off a bridge, which is a span, a bridge. I have jumped off an antenna. I have not done a building, which I wanted to do in Chicago, but didn't get it done. Or I haven't jumped off an earthen structure. So I've got 2 of the 4. But I'm too old to do the rest of them. So we will see you later.